here in the back of the boat, and I'll try to introduce you to it. First of all, we come standard with a 8-inch manual jack plate. We have 52 gallons of gas on board. We have all the batteries in the back compartment here. We have 52 gallons of gas and two 26-gallon tanks. As we look into the back here, as you can tell, we're setting in the lake, but if we have a bilge pump or anything like that out, I can open this lid, lay it down on the boat, and I can reach in here with one hand and easily remove a cartridge. We have two butt connectors here. We can unplug the cartridge, exchange it with another cartridge, and that quick, in the middle of the lake, I've just replaced a bilge pump or an aerator. They're all 1,000 gallon per hour pumps. As you can see, we've got two 26-gallon tanks. This has 4 aluminum battery trays, which will hold 3 trolling motor batteries and your main crank battery, but you still have access to all your switches, pumps, all your plumbing and electricals completely accessible. We have a battery charger mounted on the back here of the boat, a 4-bank charger. We have a button over here that turns the lights on the boat in the compartment. All of our compartments, except for under the seat, have lighted compartments, which also actuates a burglar alarm. We have South Cole latches on the boat, which are heavy-duty latches. Also on the back of the boat, we have storage on the back of the boat, which has, you can see the reflection of the red lights in the compartment, which also acts as a burglar alarm. We also have 2 live wells with triangulated lids. What that does, it keeps all your, we have a lot deeper live wells. If you notice, we have a divider in the live well. They're not 2 separate compartments. So instead of having 2 compartments with 17 or 18 gallons of water per live well, we're combining the water, which removes the ammonia from the fish. We have a lot better survival record than a lot of other boats because it's all one big live well rather than 2 separate ones. You can have, we also have an option of having lights in the live well if you would like to have them. As I close this and move off the back deck, I just want to emphasize that we are all fiberglass construction. We've been in business for 43 years. We have a lifetime transferable warranty, as well as transferable Quest money. So our bonus dollars for tournament wins last as long as you own the boat. It transfers from owner to owner to owner. As I move off the back deck and go into the cockpit area, I'll put the seat back. The first thing I would like to show you is the room behind the console. We have a lot of room for larger, taller, and bigger people. There's not very many boats with insulated coveralls on and rain suits that you can actually walk behind the steering wheel, and I'll have my back to you, and sit down behind the console and have this much leg room. You have a tilled wheel. The console's big enough to receive the largest electronics made. It'll go up to a Lowrance Soft Touch 12 or the 1198 Hummingbird as you see it here. For convenience, we have 4 cleats in the boat, 2 in the back of the boat and 2 in the front. When we pull into dock, we have pop-up cleats on the side where we can pop the cleat up, get a rope out and tie up here. We never have to leave our seat to be able to secure the boat. Okay, also on the boat, we have the master power switch right down here on my right. It turns the power off to all the boat. We have a live well control valve down here that controls your live well to hold the water in or to drain the live well, whichever. You have two cup holders, one for the driver and one for the passenger. Flush mount motor controls. We have our own gauges designed specifically for us. They're called Nexus link gauges. When you turn the gauges on, you'll see them arm here in a second. Then you have a view window in here, and you have a scroll button over here. As I scroll through, we start out with your time and date. Then we go into your trim, your voltage, your engine temperature, your fuel capacity for either the right or the left tank, your alarm system for the motor, and your RPM, and also your engine hours, or the boat hours. Over here on the right, you've got your A10 touchpad, and with it, you have your controls for your aerators. As you turn it on, you see a red indicator indicating it is a manual position. Automatic, that's 5 minutes off and 1 minute on. This is 3 minutes off and 1 minute on for more frequency. Then you have your recirculating live well, which recirculates the water just like an aquarium. And you can cycle through the same settings. We have fuel cylinders in both tanks. This is just the fuel pickup, or the fuel cylinder in the gas tank. You can select the left or the right tank to view the capacity in the tank. Navigation and anchor lights, your bilge pumps, and then we have lighted handrails. Over here you see this handrail. As I turn the accessory on, you'll see the lights that'll come on in the handrail here. And these will come in either red, blue, or white on the premium model boats. And of course we have our horn here. You have water pressure and trim, fuel gauge. In this side, we have the Deluxe Pro Air Panel. And what this is a backup aerator pump. This will just assist the main aerator pump, which will give you 2,000 gallons per hour, 1,000 gallons per hour per pump. And then you have a pump out. This will pump the water out of the live wells to drain them even when they're in the lake like this. As you can hear the water draining back here now, we can pump it out for culling purposes or to take the fish to the weigh-in. Then we have a security down here. All the compartments that have lights in them have a burglar alarm, and we can arm the security system right here with this button. The accessory up here is just an extra switch that you can hook something else up to function. We have a 12-volt outlet here for plugging in your cell phones or whatever. We have an open panel down here to put any extra instrumentation in, or radios, stereos, or anything like that. The windshield is a very small windshield, but it's very, very efficient as far as wind, because as we go to the front, you'll see how the dash is sculptured to bring the air around your body, and this takes the air up over your face. It's very good for running. If you wanted a bigger windshield, we have the footprint for the large windshield to go around here as well, so you have the option of either the large or the small windshield in this particular model. As I move to the passenger console behind me, these are modular style dashes. We have removable inserts for them where you can unbutton and actually take this whole console out in a matter of a few minutes. As I open the console, you'll see that it's not just an insert in here. This whole console is the glove box. You can literally get lost in here. You've got a bar up here for your passenger to hold on. It's also very convenient to get up and out of the seats with. In addition to all this, you've got a rod ramp over here for your passengers' rods. They can hold 5 rods down here underneath. Then you have a bungee cord over here that will secure the rods in for running. And then we have storage under both seats. Because all of our fuel's in the back of the boat, it moves all the way to the back of the boat and gets more performance and changes the center of gravity for a better ride and also more performance in our boats. There's no lights under the seats. Under the middle seat here, this is called the bench seat, so you can actually have a seat for a third person. Or we have an option for a carpeted step here to be able to step on it to go to the back of the boat. Underneath this seat is an ice chest, which is very convenient because when you're idling out, I can actually sit here, get a drink or a sandwich, and have a little snack as I'm idling out of the cove, going to my next location. And you've got a nice step to come off the back deck into the cockpit. This secures down. And then again, you've got storage under the driver's seat as well. If you notice how all these areas are built up, and they have bubble trim around them to make them waterproof. All of our boxes in here have bubble trim on them to make them waterproof. Okay, as we go to the front deck, we have an area down here that we can keep all your utensils in. So you can put your pliers, your scissors, anything, any working tools in there. They're always accessible for you. If you notice, you have two more cup holders down here. They're a nice place to keep your dip and dye and your fish formulas or anything like that. We also have here we have a very nice step to go to the front deck. But on the right side over here is another ice chest. Has the drain in it, and it's a lot larger ice chest, or you can use it for plastic storage since you have the ice chest in the back. With all your tools and utensils here handy, we also have what we call a day box over here, and that has two cup holders which you can keep your dip and dye, fish formulas, hook hones, and things like that in. As you change tackle, you can merely take your tackle and put it in that box, not have to put it back in your main boxes to store it because you might want to use it again during the day. If you notice this insert right here, we have 3 seat positions in the boat. It's very convenient for families. Not hardly any of the other boats have 3 seat positions in them, to where you can actually have the person fishing from the back of the boat, one in the front of the boat, and one in the middle. For family, for guides, guides like it very well because of the convenience of their clients. On the left side over here, we have rod storage. There's another lit box. You've got your rod holders back here where you can just put the bungee cord around the handles of your rod to secure them in. Then you've got rod tubes up in the front of the box for your rod tips. This will actually hold up to about an 8.5 foot rod. You've got 9 holders up here to secure the first 9 rods you might use during the day. You can put as many as 10 or 12 rods on the floor underneath this system. So it'll actually store a lot of rods and tackle. As we go to the bow of the boat, you've got storage box up here for tackle, and tackle organizers already secured in them. Again, you have Perco locks to secure your tackle during the day. You've got another box over here for tackle and tackle storage. We also have a convenient little box up here. And what this is, you can put it has a spring in it, and you can put all your registration papers and insurance papers in there, and you always know where they are. You don't put them in the glove box and they don't get lost. Also here on the bow of the boat, we have what we call a landing net holster, or like a scabbard for a gun. You can actually put a 26-inch hoop landing net in here with a 64-inch handle, fully extended. The handle goes in first. The handle will go all the way into the back of the boat by the drain back here, and the net will be in here. So if someone's got a fish on, I can actually grab the net, pull it out, and be ready to net the fish right away. On the right side over here, you've got courtesy lights that just roll to turn on or off. You've got a 12-volt outlet up here for any 12-volt accessories you would like to add to it. Night lights, stock night light, or black lights or anything. Here on the side, we've got a little bit of tackle in here already, but this is a big open box. You can use it for tackle or rods. If you notice on both corners of the console, you've got cup holders on the driver's side. Could even put a drink up here in the front. As I go to the front of the boat and we put the trolling motor down, you have another cup holder up here on the bow. We put the transducer up here to match to your front locator, to where your position of the transducer and the position of your antenna are going to exactly correspond to the location of whatever you're trying to mark. In 1994, we invented the recessed trolling motor pedal. Most boats that have borrowed our idea since 1994, they put the recessed trolling motor paddle back here and leave their consoles the same, which gets you quite a ways back in the boat. On ours, if you notice from where my foot is now, when I move forward, we're actually gaining about 15 to 16 inches of usable space in the boat. And it brings me right on the bow of the boat for flipping and pitching this brush and rocks right here. I'm right on the bow where there's no obstructions of the boat. You've got trim buttons up here to trim the motor up and down. Just by stepping on them, just by stepping on these, I can trim the motor up. You've got navigation and anchor lights here you can turn on by stepping on. You got an accessory switch over here for anything you want to add. If you notice, even the graph is recessed into a pocket for convenience. It's always looking right straight at you. For getting in and out of the boat, once you put it on the trailer, you've got step pads up here to where you can move out of the boat to get out. Up here, you've got a bungee cord, and this is for buoy markers. You can put 2 buoy markers in here. So as you find any structure or anything you want to mark, your buoy markers are always up here readily available to use. We have 2 rod straps in the boat. We have 3 options for that. The Velcros are standard. They're very secure for rough water use. Or you can use we can put bungees on it. In some other boats we use bungees. Or we can, as an option, have rod buckles on it even. The only thing I think I missed was on our bilge system. We use 2 1,000 gallon per hour bilge pumps. So if you get any debris in one bilge pump, like in the other brands, you will lose your bilge system because you lose that one bilge pump. We have 2 pumps, so if we lose a pump, you've got the backup or the security. The other pumps can continue to operate, so you're not out of a bilge system. And I believe that pretty well covers this particular model. The only other thing that I want to show you is here under the console. As you catch a fish and move down into the cockpit to work with your fish, it's real convenient to sit here to work with your fish, and right under here you've got a measuring board. You've got an 18-inch measuring board here ready to check your fish, see if it's a keeper or not, and then you can release it. We thank you for your time, and please consider a Bass Cat boat when you're considering your next boat. Have a great day. Thank you.